see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
What? 380!
I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
Start! What? 380, start!
She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. For a coupe, for a season, bust down for my wrist, on the chocolate. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drill, now bit, now bit. Let me throw myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
What? 280! 380, start! What? 250, start! What? 250, start! What? 280, start! What? 380, start! What? 380! Start! What? 380! Start! What? 280! Start! What? 315! 380, start! What? 280! 380, all right!
Hey, big fella, swing over here. Let's talk. We've been talking.
Tonight, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Russell Wilson.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
The play by Patrick Chung.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there in that scramble.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now 1st quarter touchdown here. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
White's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running out of the gun with White. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage.
good tackle there by Jaron Reed, the former second-round pick out of Alabama. And that's why he was drafted, but he's really shown an excellent ability to rush the passer as well.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Down, Patriots.
They'll run with White, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
A 3-yard pick.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Edelman.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And a Patriot first down.
Newton on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. That'll bring up second down. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
A fumble on the play.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in a 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Seahawks 7, Patriots nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead, it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. Carson, the first down and more. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
One more game remains to be played in week 2 after this one, and it's a game that folks have been looking forward to for months, if not years. The first ever regular season home game for the Las Vegas Raiders as they host the Saints. 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 in Vegas, right here on EA Sports. That should be fun. On 1st and 10, Newton. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by...
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for them. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing offense.
That's true. You've said that before.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Newton's throw here taken in by Sanu. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
3-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Newton on 3rd down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And running with Tyler Lockett. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. That is something you almost never see. A punt return better than 100 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Successful. That makes
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, here's White. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Ball carrier.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. This up, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. The 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Patriots coming out now. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He was looking for his tight end, Matt Lacoste there, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now it's Lockett. Broken tackle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own
trotting into place on offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tackle made at the
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Newton's pass complete to Julian Edelman. A gain of 4.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
First down.
So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense. And that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
Back at the 34-yard line.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
19 yards.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Going on the ground, it's White, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
They ain't on our side.
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason.
Still 1st down.
From the gun, Newton. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
I'm coming after you. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Newton. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Justin Rohrwasser now for the Patriot field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
43. Patriots 3.
Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now it's Wilson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Devin McCourty brings him down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. This is Carson.
At the 37-yard line.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Carlos Hyde. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon, I would imagine. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come. Up empty, but that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I got to understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah.
When her had it, the stuff she used to preserve. You had to say it too.
Now Newton on 1st down. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On 1st down, Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
17 yards.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Open man is Sanu, just like last play.
Complete to Mohamed Sanu.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 42-yard line.
Again, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's 3rd and short. New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 20. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We know these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. And here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you would... yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt this spot. No, okay.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
That keeps the score Seahawks 61.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. New England trying to get a place on offense. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the side.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Cam Newton sacked. A loss of 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Now Newton. He'll fight his tight end here, Asiasi. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Patriots first down.
From the 50, Newton. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. That's caught over the middle by Asiasi. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. 11 yards there. First down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He was looking for his tight end, Matt Lacoste there. And it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Newton. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The score is Seahawks 61. Patriots 3.
As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They run again with Carson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Tonight's final.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense. Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them so you don't lose them next season. Here's a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select a player. Select to scout this player and unlock his. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. Unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is a diamond in the rough. You just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams will. Players have contracts that are about to expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency.
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks. Strap it up and we get better each week.
Hey, 280! Grenading!
Sometimes you need to when you keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go. No, I can't go. Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Each day, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get it back. In fact, I sat down with my accountant. He said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
Hey, you know what, man? That was pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary? It gets me even more excited? We're only scratching the surface of our potential. This team has so much talent. So just keep pushing, and we're gonna get to that next level.
You got one shot left. We are going for gold.
This is the development trait, superstar and superstar. This is the abilities tab. Here, this player has a zone ability. This is a powerful...
Today, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's Week 3 of the NFL on
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Now a 1,000-yard rusher each of the last 2 seasons. It's Chris Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. And that's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The handoff to Chris Carson.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
And that's good.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks... Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away.
Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Seahawks have recovered. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Leads to...
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And now off off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10. At their own 21.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
On second down, Prescott again. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force it.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Bobby Wagner, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. He gives it off to Carson. Oh, he sheds himself free. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here, eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
No good. That keeps the score.
So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Taken about 7 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
28. Cowboys, nothing.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want.
Looking to throw. Prescott over the middle. Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Gain of 20.
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
It's a gain of
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Got his man there complete to Gallup, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
down. Cowboys.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This to Jarwin. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Prescott.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
At the 14-yard
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
taken down at the 11-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
3rd down.
coming up at halftime. I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
For the point after.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. There's Wilson to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
35-yard line.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run for it with Carson. Taking it right down Broadway. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the 1st half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run.
The kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
They're on 24-yard line.
Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game. It's
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to
here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Good catch there by DK Metcalf, and when he came into the league, we were all
impressed by his physical attributes. Looked like he was chiseled out of stone. This guy's body is one that we all really wanted to have. But as his rookie season progressed, they added more and more to his plate. Now at times, with his size, his speed, and ability to catch the ball downfield, he looks downright unstoppable.
And Hyde will not get there as they force him to the ground shy of the marker. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. Tyler Lockett past the 20 and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Well, this is something that Pete Carroll should be pretty well familiar with. Remember when he told Jim Harbaugh after losing a ball game and Harbaugh went for 2 late against him, hey, what's your deal? It's the same situation here. Now, I'd kick the extra point, but I am reminded that plenty of coaches feel like it's not their job to worry about the other team. It's their job to worry about their own team. You have to stop us.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
39-yard line.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
18 on the play.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 11-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Elliott again.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
To Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys claw one back. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 26.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
3 touchdowns. It's got him in the lead. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is Tony Pollard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He's brought down at the 31.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott now on the left side. Gallup's got him. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
And last catch short of the marker by just a yard. Leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24.
Prescott's pass complete.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Prescott on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They go to Elliott again. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
32-yard.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Jalen Smith tied for 6th in the NFL in tackles last year, in on the stop there.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 17-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Oh, Wilson going to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And this offense is running away with this one. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Pass complete. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes.
but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Wilson wants to throw it. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
At the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Russell Wilson sacked.
And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And it's a quick slant to Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Cowboys are able to recover. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
Final score, Seahawks.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start. You have a big decision here to make about one of your players. Your player is now ready to play, but there is a high chance of re-injury if you play him.
I sat down with my accountant. He said I got good news and I got bad news. What's the good news? He said the good news is you made a lot. I said what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
Putting it down for that. Time is down. And bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working and doing your grinding back.
It's time to pick it up. Let's go for gold.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today.